Now, from 21Alive Plus, this is your Fastcast.
Good morning. We are taking a live look over downtown Fort Wayne. Today is Wednesday, October 16th. And Liz and I were talking earlier this morning about how we can't believe we are already in mid-October. It seems like we say this every single month. It's just flying by, and we're feeling a little bit more like November. Dare I say December. Did I say that? Did I say November? Then December?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. You're good.
Middle
You're
of the
on
week,
it.
clearly. But anyways, it's feeling pretty chilly out there. We've got the first frost and the first freeze.
Yes, yeah, and that's a really important headline for our farmers and any really avid gardeners. That's where the main impacts are going to be. So let's talk the latest. For the average person, if you left the car out overnight, you might be dealing with a little bit of frost to scrape, which our chief photographer, Brian Gillett, gave us the courtesy of taking a video for us of what it looks like this morning in case you have to head out. So
using that good old credit card.
Using that good old credit card. I'm trying to read the numbers, but I think it's going to be a little too hard. We might have to try to pause it. Either way, though, if you're trying to defrost the windows or do a quick scrape, it could delay you a little bit. Temperatures right now are a little bit mixed across the region. We're in the 30s and 40s. And the reason we have a little bit of a mix is because we have some passing cloud cover in a few spots. So places like Wabash and LaGrange are in the 40s with some additional cloud cover. But here in Fort Wayne, we were in the upper 30s just about 30 minutes ago. And now we've dropped into the low to mid 30s. We're only 2 degrees away from freezing. We're at 34 in Fort Wayne. Same thing for Huntington and Decatur and Portland, but right at freezing in Warsaw. And temperatures tomorrow morning are pretty much going to be the same. We're still falling in terms of temperatures. Sunrise this morning is only a few minutes before 8 a.m., which that's already a talker in itself,
Yeah.
the fact that it keeps getting later and later. And because of that later sunrise, we are still cooling off over the next hour. As we get past about 8 a.m., we slowly start to recover. Temperatures today back into the 50s, and then tomorrow we do it all over again. Same time frame. Your coldest hour of the day is that 7 a.m. hour. So as you get ready to head out, as kids get ready to head out, make sure those jackets are ready to go. It is outright chilly. Temps today, Jess, are going to be warmer than yesterday. We'll get up to a high of 57 degrees, but a little bit more cloud cover today.
Ooh, 57.
57.
It's feeling warm out there, Liz.
It's a little generous, too.
Yeah, I might have to re-break out the shorts and t-shirts. Jeez, thank you,
know.
Mother Nature. Okay, we want to talk about the big story we've been following this week, the Delphi murder trial. We wanted to know more about some of the strategies from the defense and the prosecution. In the courtroom yesterday, one of the defense attorneys asked the potential jurors if Allen looked like a man who would commit these crimes. So after they asked that question, Allen turned to the jurors and smiled. So we really wanted to know what the strategy was behind this whole display.
And both the prosecution and defense that are committed to putting on the best narrative that they can. And so even though it appears that a minimum number of people were involved, there would be, for example, prosecution may be establishing motives, preparation, prior connections. In other words, how did Richard Allen know that those girls were on that property that day?
Okay, there's also going to be well over 100 witnesses there. So we wanted to know how a case that happened in the woods could have this many witnesses.
I think he's very much trying to humanize Richard Allen. And so basically, prospective jurors did not see what they perceived to be a potential monster sitting in front of them.
Okay, the court is planning to gather again Thursday to discuss any motions that need to be filed before the opening arguments are made Friday. We do have plans to have a crew there in Delphi on Friday. There's going to be a drawing as to whether or not we are able to actually be there in the courtroom, but regardless, there will be a team there in Delphi for the beginning of the trial on Friday. Okay, we want to talk about something big that's going on here in Fort Wayne. The iconic Fort Wayne Powers restaurant is serving customers again at their original location. Later on this morning, they're going to host a grand reopening on South Harrison Street. Of course, you guys remember it closed back in June because of an electrical fire. And since then, they've been operating inside the Union Street Market, but they are reopening at their original location today. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. That's set for this morning at 10 o'clock. So if you're feeling like maybe some cheeseburgers for breakfast, that's a good option there. And finally here this morning, we want to give a shout out to all the veterans heading out to Washington, D.C. for Honor Flight number 49 this morning. Always a really exciting day. I can't remember exactly. Do you know how many veterans are going? It's always around
84.
84. I knew you would know that, Liz. But always a really exciting day over there at the 122nd as everyone's heading out. One of those things I miss covering those. Those are absolutely the best thing to cover here in the mornings.
Especially because we've talked about it. I mean, in the mornings, there's so many volunteers, people that take their time because they really want to make those veterans feel special. They get all of their goodie bags on the trip. I mean, getting to see those memorials and monuments that are meant for their service that so many veterans don't get to see in their lifetime is such an emotional experience.
Yeah, and you can't forget Jared the therapy dog.
I know.
Have to give a shout out to him. So definitely keep all those veterans, the guardians, all the volunteers in your thoughts and prayers. Hopefully Washington, D.C. is going to have some good weather today, I'm hoping.
Oh.
I knew you would know.
I've got a forecast graphic already made.
Pull it up.
Let's see how long it takes. 57 degrees here in Fort Wayne.
So about the,
a whopping 1 degree warmer.
Oh, so about the
DC.
same. Okay,
About
I
the
was on the
same.
right track.
So
there.
not too bad.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to leave you guys on a live look over downtown Fort Wayne again this morning. We hope you guys have a great day, and we're back here again tomorrow.